Everything in the entire universe started as what we know as hydrogen. Hydrogen coming from hydro, meaning water, and gin, which is a fun thing to drink, is the first element in the periodic table. This is Universal University, and I am the Kraken, joined by
Octorio, everybody's favorite.
hydrogen,
The element man.
or as it's known in German, Wasserstoff, which means water stuff, so basically means the same thing, is the first element in the periodic table. It is a single proton. That's it. Well, okay, there's also an electron.
Well, there's other versions of it too, because you can also have neutrons and whatever. Because isn't that
Deuterium, tritium.
deuterium? It's necessary for creating nuclear bombs, but don't tell your government that.
Well, yeah, they call it a
Wink.
hydrogen bomb.
One of the main uses of hydrogen in like outer space is infusion, because hydrogen fuses together to create helium, which is it's used in other places. That'll be the next video. But in hydrogen bombs, otherwise known as fusion bombs, they actually use the energy of a normal fission reaction, which we'll talk about probably later.
91 episodes later.
That energy gets used to fuse hydrogen, which will then output a bunch of extra energy.
But then there's also a different type of reaction that we use hydrogen for, which is known as fuel cells, which is where hydrogen comes together with oxygen and it creates water, releasing a ton of energy in the process. Not as much as nuclear fusion, but actually a reasonable amount. And everybody's like, hydrogen's so clean burning. Well, you tell that to the victims of the Hindenburg.
I was about to say, that's what everybody always said. Like, it's going to be super safe if you just keep canisters of hydrogen along with you at all times. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's how you make a bomb, because it's extremely flammable.
Another thing that's interesting about hydrogen is in organic chemistry, it is like the second main ingredient. I mean, everything in organic chemistry has to have carbon in it, but then hydrogen is like the guy that fills in all the blanks.
That's the whole point of hydrocarbons. Yeah. Hydro, hydrogen, carbon, carbon. It's very simple to model. So in quantum chemistry, some of the first mathematics that was done with like the Schrodinger equation and all that stuff is done with a hydrogen atom. Because a hydrogen atom only has one proton in theory and one electron. And so it's much easier to model the electron cloud of one electron.
Hydrogen is sour. And you know this because you've tasted it before. In an acid solution, the reason it's so sour is because of all these little H+ ions flying around.
Wait, is that true?
Yes, acidic. pH is low because of a higher concentration of hydrogen ions.
Oh, true. I forgot.
So hydrogen is sour. So if you didn't know, your Sour Patch Kids are laced with hydrogen, and hydrogen caused the Hindenburg.
Yeah, the hydrogen bomb, little known fact, is actually just the Sour Patch Kids bomb. Yeah. It's explosively acidic.
Hydrogen is the basic building block in everything because hydrogens come together to form heavier atoms. So it takes two hydrogens to make a helium. And then if it takes two heliums to make, a beryllium, or if it takes a helium and a hydrogen to make a lithium, but the helium came from hydrogen, hydrogen is the main ingredient in everything. Nuclear physics is actually just late stage hydrogen physics. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and tune in next time for
Helium.
HE. Bye-bye.